we are continuing our main story playthrough of A Realm Reborn patches. So it's the content that's before Heavensward, but after A Realm Reborn proper. And we get to meet my favorite character in the game too. So, Still Waters. Truly, there's no rest for the weary. Scarce had I begun to make myself at home when I received a request for assistance from Amalgian and Sons Mineral Concern. It would appear their storehouse in Horizon has been the target of a series of covert robberies. Minor as they seemed in isolation, occasional discrepancies in the manifests were long dismissed as clerical errors. It was only during the concern's annual audit that the pattern became apparent. Significant quantities of crystals, and only crystals, were missing. We need hardly tell you what that may imply. A primal. The brass blades charged with investigating the thefts believe that someone within the concern is selling the crystals for profit. Alas, they have as yet been unable to identify a likely suspect, and the concern's proprietors have grown frustrated by their lack of progress. Needless to say, I would not have agreed to intervene had the stolen goods been of merely monetary value. If there is even a possibility that the thief acts not out of self-interest but in the service to a primal, we can ill afford to wait for the brass blades to realize their mistake. Pray depart for Horizon at your earliest convenience. Rendezvous with Yustola when you arrive. She and Thancred have already begun a preliminary investigation. I have every confidence that the three of you will get to the bottom of these thefts. I only hope our fears prove unfounded when you do. Oh yeah, they're definitely summoning a primal. Alrighty. Guess we're going to the Horizons. Let's see, Karai, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. I'm just gonna move this over here. There we go. So I can better monitor the Twitch bitrate than stare at OBS and just freak out at everything. Alright. Where is Yustola in them? There they are. Came from Max's and coincidentally also am currently playing Final Fantasy XIV. Gotcha. Well, we are currently post A Realm Reborn, pre Heavensward, so if you are not that far, this is technically a spoiler alert. So, you know, if you have to duck out for spoilers, I understand. Bat, your assistance is most welcome. I have already spoken at length with the brass blades of the Rose, albeit to little avail. It would seem that the thieves took great pains to conceal their activities. Well, that's what criminals usually try to do. I could go into further detail, but your time might better be spent in conversation with Fafulupa. He is the officer charged with leading the investigation, and I would only be repeating that which he related to me. If aught elude my attention, mayhap it would not elude yours. Okay. You'll leave then because you haven't seen any of this? Well, that's because you skipped most of it. You're currently working on the Legend Returns, which is the content in between Stormblood and Shadowbringers. Gotcha. I hope you enjoy it, because it is pretty lengthy when you're trying to get into Shadowbringers, but the story is still good. Like, you know, Stormblood Stormblood has its ups and downs, and it's kind of like an equal share of ups and downs, but it is you know, like, kind of, you know, I want to get to Shadowbringers, so let's get on with it. Bat, what a pleasure to see you again. I'll accept that in a moment. Your said to expect you. Terrible business, these thefts. We have yet to confirm the quantity of crystals stolen, but I dare say it may be greater than... but never mind that. I have news to share. A short while ago, a driver of a heavily laden carriage refused to halt for inspection and broke through one of our checkpoints on the Royal Allegan Sunway. The cart bolted off towards eastern Thanalan, where, thank the gods, I hear that our colleagues were able to apprehend them without further incident. But still love all the story, even side quests. Eureka, I have yet to do Eureka at all. I entered Eureka and had other stuff to do. I'm not saying that it's good or bad, I haven't had the time. A speeding carriage, that would seem a curious choice for thieves such as, proven cunning. Yet the Amalja do have a foothold in eastern Thanalan. And what of their cargo? Did they carry the crystals we seek? We should be receiving a report any moment now, but I fail to see what else it could. Did you miss me, friends? I'm back, but I fear I've come bearing disappointing news, or in second thought, perhaps it is good news after all. Thancred, wherever have you been off to? I figured you'd had everything under control, so I just took a brief excursion to the east to check up on the Amalja friends. You'll say it's at least it's unique. Gotcha. And would you believe it? I happened upon a railway carriage on the way, runaway carriage, and even was able to do my small part to help my friends in the Brass Blades intercept it. In all my years, I have never seen such a prodigious quantity of summons. The Blades were calling it one of the greatest hauls they'd ever seen. The stolen crystals, on the other hand, were nowhere to be found. So, alas, I suppose we have no choice but to resume our search elsewhere. We should reassess our options as well. Come with us, Bat. Oh, we're gonna find those stolen crystals. Somewhere. Oh, there you are. Okay. Switch to White Mage, give him experience. There we go. Against all expectation, it would seem the Amalja incident is of this particular spite of crimes. The Amalja are innocent of this particular spite of crimes. By all indications, they have yet to replenish the stores of crystals exhausted during their last attempt to summon Ifrit. What I can't fathom is why anyone else would go to such lengths as to obtain crystals, and in such quantities. It cannot be that we are dealing with simple thieves. If their motive were profit, why would they limit their trade to crystals alone? Plainly, we are missing something. While you think about what it might be, I shall inform Arianze of our progress, or lack thereof.
Now then.
Wow, voice acting.
Tis I. The situation may be more complicated than we anticipated.
That was a heckin' lot of voice acting.
Indeed, I shall remain watchful. Ere thou goest, another matter requireth thine attention. A young maiden, full eager to... Wherefore inquirest thou of her fairness? Oh, very well. Be she damsel or devil, I shall direct her steps to Revenant's Toll. Save thine insinuations for one given to such impropriety. Thou shalt not find me amenable.
Far across the sea from the land of Domar have we traveled. We seek audience with the ruler of these lands. Who here speaks for you?
Okay. Well, we just met with my favorite character. So let's switch back to Dragoon and let's continue. Oh, I forgot to accept Winglet's friends request there. There you go. What? Kendra's in the Imperium? How dare she? It's been so long, you forgot this, how she was introduced? Yes, she just showed up one day on the, in Vesper Bay. A final temptation. Any bright ideas? A solitary flash of insight? No? Well, then, for what of a better suggestion, I say we try picking Fafulapa's brain again. By the way, hello, young Jay. I hope you're doing well. Who knows? If we work together, we may yet find something of use nestled away within it. Hello, Falupa. Fafulapa. There we go. Oh, but it is good to see you return. I have given some thought to the matter, and I have just hit upon most disturbing possibility. How could I have been so blind? Calm yourself, Fafalupa. What is this disturbing possibility of which you speak. I was contemplating on as to how the thieves' activities escaped our notice for so long, and then it came to me. What if there's someone among our own ranks conspiring with them, a traitor in our own midst? It would be most unfortunate if your fears proved well-founded, Philippa. Indeed, if for reasons of security the concern decided to transfer the remaining crystals stored in Horizon to another location, their plans would be discovered the moment the brass blades were informed. It's you. No, wait, exactly, it's you. Oh, but such a shipment would surely be well guarded. Would thieves as wily as ours risk open confrontation? Mayhap not, but neither would the concern be eager to present them with such an obvious target. Nay, they might instead elect to carry out the transfer in secret. To entrust the goods to, let us say, a lone Makot miner traveling without escort so as to not attract undue attention. But who? I see. Yes, the concern may well elect to do that, but to travel with so much cargo would be so strenuous, be a strenuous task indeed, and this miner would certainly need to rest upon the way, mayhap north of the bridge to Himalaya. A fine spot for rest, would you not agree, Bat? You lie in wait to the north, and I shall do the same to the south. Forgive me, my friends, but I have received new orders. I must inform my men at once. Call me a cynic, but I would be surprised if these thieves lay down their arms and surrender. See that you come prepared to offer them some encouragement. I sure will. Have my dragon attack them. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't remember Yastola ever dressing as a miner before. Does anybody remember this? She's clearly dressed as a miner. Stubborn to the last, I expected. You are unharmed? Wait, what? You don't remember that? I don't remember it either. And Naughty, you don't remember a lot. A gang of sea wolf thieves, and in Thanalan no less. I suppose there's a first time for everything. You remember it? I don't remember it. Sea wolves, all of them? Aye, and all with the same taste in facial tattoos. Blue, in case you were wondering. Our thieves are a long way from home. Thancred, if you would be so good as to attend to the outstanding matters in Horizon, I have inquiries to make. To Horizon, then. Fafulupa will want to hear about your meeting with the thieves. On behalf of the Brass Blades of the Rose, I thank you for your service to Horizon. Yo, Beetluth, how's it going? You have been told that you must tell me that I smell like cheese. You're sorry? Well, I did have pasta today, so I did add a little bit of Romano on top, so it's probably the Romano. But I hope you're doing well there, Beetluth. Ah, but we have not been idle. While you were afield, we succeeded in identifying the traitor within our ranks. Is that so? Then, by your leave, I should very much like to have a word with this fellow in private. No, I'm...
I hear you smell like cheese.
Kendra, Alakados got done saying, I did have some pasta, so it's probably the Romano. Maybe a little Parmesan in it as well, but that's about it. I didn't. And by the way, my frames are dropping like crazy, and number two, and I do appreciate the 34 months of subscription there, Kendra, and the follow. I do have lurker friendly follow alerts so that you can remain in lurk mode, and I appreciate you all. No, I'm afraid that's not possible. Regrettably, he managed to subdue the unit of blades dispatched to detain him and made good his escape. Oh, for the love of... Oh, and how did he manage that exactly? Your men haven't been sampling that Summonus we confiscated, have they? Or was it he a giant in disguise? No, but he was quite strong, a sea wolf, a Leminson, born and raised, I believe, but do not worry, we will find him, you have my word on that. And Beedluth, thank you for that Prime Gaming subscription for 31 months. I appreciate you. I had to mute the game audio so that we could hear the alert better. I see. Pray keep me appraised of any developments. Yes, he's standing next to me. Understood. I fear our time together is at an end, my friend. Your services are required elsewhere. Awfully disappointing, I know, but one must follow the duty where the duty leads. And why didn't they link Pearl to Thancred right there? Why didn't they link Pearl me at the same time? It's not like I turned it off. You might try to look a little bit more disappointed, or do you mean to give me another one of those stock nods? Do you? Don't you? Wow. For some reason, Menphelia rarely perils you. Exactly. The mother of exiles. The antecedent did bid me to tell you to make for Vesper Bay, where young Alphinaud awaits your coming most eagerly. It was he who requested your assistance. Some commotion or incident. I'm not privy to the details. While you do whatever it is that Alphinaud has planned for you, I shall endeavor to track down our traitorous brass blade. And when I do, you may rest assured that we will have our answers. Maybe she's intimidated by us? I bet possibly. Hey, look, it's not Alizé. You just opened up Stone Vigil, making progress towards First Purgatory. Oh no. You're late. You are late, no matter. I know where our visitors are headed. From what I have been able to gather, this vessel belongs to a band of Domans who seek an audience with the Sultana. Are you familiar with Doma? Yes? On Othard? Well, like the rest of the nations of the Eastern continent, it is ruled by the Garlean Empire. Given our visitors an unannounced arrival, as well as the state of their ship, I suspect they did not leave their homeland under the best of circumstances. Needless to say, I should be very interested to hear their tale, and more importantly, what they know of the current state of affairs in the Empire. Such information could prove most useful. We would be fools not to pursue this opportunity. Do you not think? Come with me to Ul'dah, Bat. Unless I am mistaken, and I'm rarely mistaken, we will find the Domans bickering with Sultan Sworn in the royal promenade. You are uncertain of your role in this proceedings? Insurance. If our guests are not themselves Imperial agents, it seems fair to assume that they may be being pursued by some, and if not, who better than you to have on hand in the event of an unforeseen diplomatic incident? Besides, I do so enjoy our sparkling repartee. Satisfied? Good. I shall see you in Ul'dah. Okay. Where was the notification sounds? There we go. Let's see. Might as well just click them all off for now. And for those of you who are not aware, because I know a lot of us have started well past, 2.0 and 3.0 and so on and so forth, is that the ninja job did not exist until this part of the story. It was released with patch 2.2. It matters not how many times you ask. Without the necessary permissions, none shall pass. Pray understand, good sir, we have not the leisure to lodge a formal petition. Time is of the essence. All I ask is that you summon your superior. Allow me to plead my case. Surely you can grant us that small kindness. Away with you, and darken these doors no longer. I will not ask again. You know not what you do. I gather your pleas fell upon deaf ears. A loyal man with a cold heart, I know his kind well. I hope that you will find me more to your liking. Alphinaud Levier, at your service, a friend. Which, I believe, makes me very nearly unique. In this part of the world, at least, few indeed are your allies in Ul'dah. Yet you will need some if you wish to endear yourselves to the wealthy and powerful. Pray join me and my associate at the quicksand. There you may explain your situation to us, and we shall see if there is aught we can do to help. Yeah. Let's tell her about that time we kicked Gaius Ben Belzar's ass. Yeah. Master Alphinaud's associate, yes, we have been waiting for you. I trust you are ready to begin.
We have traveled some several thousand miles across the sea from the nation of Doma, in hopes that we might find sanctuary in these lands.
Sanctuary, Lady Yugiri?
Aye. Lying within Othard, Doma was under the dominion of the Garlean Empire, as I'm sure you are aware. When the War of Succession broke out in Garlemald, we espied an opportunity to free ourselves from the yoke of imperial oppression and took up arms. Only to be crushed. And so I gathered what few Domans escaped the reckoning and guided them hither to your shores.
A war of succession? Then the Emperor... Forgive me. You said that Doma was under Imperial rule, did you not?
Doma is gone. Razed to the ground as an example to the other provinces.
12 have mercy. And your people?
On a ship anchored in Vesper Bay, flying borrowed colors. Many were complicit in the rebellion, or akin to those who were. They will not come ashore until I send word that it is safe to do so. I sought an audience with your rulers, but was summarily refused.
The lords of Ul'dah are not wont to entertain foreign refugees without suitable encouragement.
Mayhap I was foolish to expect otherwise, but our supplies run low and we have young ones in urgent need of care. I have seen the tents outside the gates, however. We are not the first to seek asylum, nor will we be the last.
Be that as it may, Ul'dah is no friend to Garlemald. Your tale would stir the hearts of many men and women here. The Sultana and the Syndicate will not be so easily swayed, but I shall see that you are granted an opportunity to plead your case.
This is within your power?
Well, far be it from me to boast, but I do have the ear of certain influential individuals.
I am in your debt.
Lady Yugiri, forgive me for observing, but your choice of attire seems like to evoke feelings of mistrust.
Men are wont to fear the unfamiliar. We know this from experience. We seek only to spare the people of Ul'dah unnecessary disquiet.
I shall defer to your experience, then.
I thank you for your understanding.
It seems I have urgent business with the Flame General. I leave our guests in your capable hands.
Yes, the expansion has not been revealed. Yes, the Yugiri's race was not a revealed, I guess, until right before Heaven's Ward. If I may, sir, as I said earlier, we have been at sea for some several moons, and our supplies are all but spent. I have not the heart to repeat the tales of our tribulations, nor would it please you to listen to them, I think. Suffice to say, however, sacrifices have been made. Though it shames me to beg for more than you have already offered, so much desperation compels me, gentle sir. If you or your associates would spare any provisions, any at all, it would go a long way to lessen the suffering of my people. I mean, I have 800k on me. Would you like that? I mean, I could easily give that to you. All right, where am I going? Ah, yes. I have bread. You have bat. Oh, you have bat. Nice. Hells, why didn't you say it sooner, Bat? Of course I'll help. You couldn't have picked a better day. To tell the truth, a wealthy merchant and his entourage were due to have a banquet here on the morrow, see, but just sent word they can't come, meaning I have I've got a buttload of foodstuffs and no one to feed. Best of all, they paid for the lot in advance. Haha. You have snowballs, yo, true. You can't eat a bat, yo. That is very true. Go and call for on Fridurhin, that word, and Catherine of the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Tell them I said the ship, the little prince's order, to the Wakened Sands. Oh, and if they argue, just show them those letters. That should set them straight. Will do. Oh yeah, it's for you know, we see you all the time, right? Yeah, I know you. You're a guy who we get stuff from, right? You get a lot of rubber. She's in the business of feeding refugees now. I ain't normally one to question Mistress Mama D's judgment, but that doesn't seem wise to me. Okay? I'll not speak for the children, but if you ask me, any man what can't be earned, crushed, deserves to go hungry. Okay? My, that's a rather odd request. Mayhap you misheard her instructions? Yo, take this. You know, you shouldn't encourage them like this. They'll start to expect it, and you mark my words. You guys are freaking assholes. Like, I come to you guys all the time for, like, stuff I need to buy and stuff, and you guys are actual assholes. My goodness. Alright, speak with Momody. Momody. See if we come here again. How dare? Exactly. Yeah, Momody. They didn't give you any trouble, did they? Oh, good. Now, go on and tell Lady Yugiri it's all in a hand. You know, I got your food for you. I dared not hope for such for such that word? Yeah, I don't know that word. Much less expect it. Mistress Mamadi is generous indeed. I shall be sure to thank her most humbly. Something like that. Lady Yugiri, I believe the Flame General... I briefed the Flame General of our situation. I think you will be pleased with his reply. We have been granted an audience before the Sultana and the Syndicate both. We should return to the royal promenade at once. You have done so much for us, Master Alphinaud. I swear we shall return the favor. Naught is owed, Lady Yugiri, for naught has been given. This small favor you fairly won with your words. It is with words that you must win the favor of the Syndicate. Promenade? I'm saying it right? Okay. Then I shall choose them with care. Because as far as I'm told, Yugiri didn't even have a tail when she was first introduced before Heaven's Ward. They changed this model in order to accommodate her actual figure, but I believe she was more Makote-like, I guess? I don't remember when they first introduced her. You will be accompanying us, yes? Good. Your presence may serve to remind the Syndicate of the true meaning of philanthropy, and that nothing so unpalatable will be required of them. Assuming the Domans are willing to earn their keep, come, the Flame General awaits us at the Royal Promenade. They probably used whatever they had first, yeah. That's why her mask is like pointed downward. Oh, by the way, there's Kendra sitting with these adventurers here. I guess this is your new team. Is this your new? This is the Kendra's new Savage content people. They are lovely people, I knew it. And we'll give experience to White Mage. The very little experience that there's going to be, but experience no less. Let's see what Elfinaud has to say. We must take pains to illustrate how accepting the domans would benefit Ul'dah. Only then might the Syndicate be swayed. Bards sing of wars which decided the fates of nations, but a single word spoken within a council chamber is more like to decide that of mine own. I wish to greet our guests beforehand and offer my support for their cause. Domin Uldanian, it matters not to me. Birthplace does not equate the birthright of mine eyes. I take great pride in my establishments for this very reason. The Platinum Mirage, in particular, serves as a showcase for the talents of countless men and women born beyond our borders. Again, my OBS thing is still lighting up like a Christmas tree between red and green. So if you're experiencing lag or anything like that throughout the stream, I do apologize. I cannot help it. I'm sorry. A pleasure, Captain BatDan. The others are already inside. Let's not keep them waiting. Yo, let's do it.
I, Yugiri of Domar, am honored to meet you at last, Your Grace. To mark this auspicious occasion, I should like to present to you the finest treasures our humble nation has to offer. Alas, the circumstances which have brought me here today have divested me of both time and dignity. I come before you as a pauper in direst need of aid, to request that you grant my people asylum.
I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, welcome you to our city. Be at ease, Lady Yugiri. Although I myself have heard the tale of your misfortune, I would ask that you recount it once more for the benefit of the others here present.
As you wish, Your Grace. For many years, my nation, Domar, suffered under the yoke of imperial rule, and my people yearned to be free. Thus, when a war of succession broke out in Garlemald, we sought to take advantage of the chaos and reclaim our liberty. Alas, our enemy proved less preoccupied than we had hoped, and our rebellion was put down in the most brutal fashion.
Those who survived, how many do they number?
More than 200 souls huddle within the cramped confines of our own galleon's hold. Yet this figure accounts for but one of a number of ships which escaped the Purge. It is my hope that you will allow us all to dwell within your walls. Should that prove unfeasible, however, I humbly ask that you accept as many of my people as your resources allow. Pray understand, we do not beg a boon, but propose instead an arrangement. We would serve as soldiers or tradesmen until our debt is repaid.
What are the Syndicate's opinions on this matter?
I, for one, think it's a marvelous idea. Lady Yugiri and her people strike me as an industrious lot, and there are parts of the city which have yet to be fully restored. If they are willing to work, I see no reason not to let them.
The head of the Mirage Trust is not known for his generosity. He sees profit in this.
I agree. That said, these are foreign refugees. To admit them would require a formal resolution. Shall we call a vote?
The law is the law.
Lord Lolorito?
Tell me, are you blind or willfully ignorant? Even now, our streets are choked with the displaced victims of the Calamity and Alamigan refugees. They live hand to mouth, subsisting on aid provided by the immortal flames, the cost of which grows ever higher. The wealth of Ul'dah is not without limits, my friends. And need I remind you that these refugees are prone to violence and criminal activity? You have all read the reports, I think. Without homes or employment, it is only a matter of time before men grow desperate and take that which they imagine has been unjustly denied them. Yet, knowing this, you would have us swell their ranks. Mayhap you think the brass blades and the flames are not hard-pressed enough?
Some say the chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company passes Gil thrice daily. This may explain how he came to be the wealthiest man in Ul'dah. Or it may simply be that he's ruthless beyond reckoning.
Surely the Sultanate can support the few hundred domins Lady Yugiri represents. That our resources have been taxed, I do not deny. But we are hardly in danger of financial collapse. I move that an exception be made.
An exception, Your Grace? I am suddenly reminded of a similar debate some years ago regarding a number of Alamigan refugees, if memory serves. What were your words that day? Yes. The law is the law, and so our visitors remained in Little Alamigo. Mayhap our wise and benevolent Sultana would be so good as to enlighten us as to which other of our laws should not be upheld.
Mind your tongue, Lolorito.
My lord, I share your concern for the welfare of our great nation, but we must endeavor to take a longer view. You know as well as I that people can be a resource still more precious than Gil.
Precious or not, they were never yet so reliable. And unlike those who frequent your establishment, I have no desire to gamble with my future. Ul'dah's greatest asset is, and has ever been, her material wealth. We risk this at our peril. One need only look to Teleji Adeleji's example for evidence of the danger in allowing sentiment to dictate policy. How far the vaunted Mirage have fallen, both in repute and profitability, since he began employing refugees.
How I choose to conduct my affairs is not your concern, my lord.
A proposal has been tabled. Given its urgency, I move we forego further debate and call a vote. To accept the Doman refugees or not. Those in favor, I bid you remain. Those opposed, I bid you leave.
that it were within my power to welcome you and your people, Lady Yugiri. As you have observed, however, my authority in such matters is regrettably limited. Without the consent of the Syndicate, I cannot act.
I understand, Your Grace, and I appreciate all that you have done on our behalf.
The nerve of the man! If that bastard had not forsaken the eastern trade route, little Alamigo would now be thriving. Oh, that you should have traveled so far under such dire circumstances, only to be refused in this manner is utterly unconscionable. Pray, accept my sincerest apologies.
Now that the Empire no longer poses an immediate threat, they see little reason to maintain the pretense of unity. The Monitorists have grown especially defiant of late. Lord Lolorito most of all. But this is neither the time nor place for that discussion.
What, you want me to smack Teleji? Why would you want me to smack Teleji for? He's trying to help. Tell Ruban to give him like a left hook. What about a right hook? Promises to keep. As you observed, Lolorito is not afraid to speak his mind, nor is he like to change it. No left? What about right? Oft have I wondered how a man so skilled in weighing the worth of things would be so incapable of seeing the value in people. Bah, I will waste no more words on him. Not when the Domans are yet in need of aid. Everyone, follow me to the Hall of Flames. It's not good enough? Ah, I see. It's a potato. To be fair, he hasn't made much of apparent use of the people he already has from Alamigo. True. Let me check something real quick here. I'm just keeping an eye on my bit rate. It still says that it's awful. Yeah. Anyhow. The Syndicate has spoken, and I see no point in moving that the matter be reconsidered. The monetarists have made their point clear. Agreed. Ul'dah is not an option. Nor are Limsa Liminsa or Gordania, I judge, given the state of their internal affairs. Which leaves our Doman friends confined to a ship, gods, to the thought of them huddled in the airless hold with no hope of better treatment. Yeah, exactly what Winglet said. Would that I had more time to find an alternative, a place not bound by the concerns of the great nations. Minfilia, that is precisely what I wish to discuss. I understand the Syndicate's decision. I do. We all wish to preserve that which is ours, especially when we believe it is under siege. But I cannot meekly accept this judgment, not while my people suffer. Would it be out of the question for the Sultanate to accept us for a limited time, a week mayhap, or even just a few days? Excellent, I shall keep you informed. Lady Yugiri, I have a proposal, if you would hear it. Out with it, Master Alphinaud. The headquarters of my order, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, stands in a place called Ravenant's Toll, an outpost in Mordana. Like most outposts, it is frequented by mercenaries and other men of action, and lack the comforts of more well-established settlements. However, the leaders of Ravenant's Toll have been doing their utmost to change that. To that end, they have need of able-bodied individuals willing to work as frontier hands. Hard labor, least you doubt, with not save food and shelter by way of reward. Terms not unlike those which you yourself propose, Lady Yugiri. Though I will not hear a word said against our beloved Ul'dah. Ravenant's Toll would offer certain advantages, the absence of an unhelpful bureaucracy being the most obvious. If they can accommodate us all, we shall gladly accept. Master Alphinaud, once again I find myself in your debt. Pray do not thank me, my lady. If the life of your people go to is one of hard labor and few comforts, as I told you. And before that, there remains the matter of how they may safely be borne to Ravenant's Toll, which will be no small feat, considering the distance and their present condition. Mayhap the Ul'dah Adventurers Guild can be of assistance. Look for me there anon. Lady Yugiri, if you and your people would accompany me, may we discuss what aid the immortal flames can provide. To be honest, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be streaming, mostly because this whole bitrate thing is making me annoyed, to be fairly honest with you. We are concerned that the Doman refugees may find the journey to Ravenant's Toll too much to bear. Too long have they been sequestered aboard their ship, and insufficient supplies and scarce room enough to breathe, let alone stretch their limbs. With that in mind, Mistress Momadi has kindly offered to accommodate the Domans until such time as they are ready to set out for Mordona. You haven't noticed, but you also have me dumbed down so you can run the game. That's perfectly understandable. I normally have people at the lowest quality possible so that it doesn't hog up bandwidth. Those healthy enough to travel will embark as soon as transportation has been secured, while those too weak to leave at once will be permitted to stay until they regain their strength. Hi. But I've been fine. Interesting. Because my heckin' here. Let's see. This thing here. This bitrate thing here keeps going up and down, up and down, up and down. It's making me nervous. Click, 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 click. There we go. What news? Transportation remains our greatest obstacle, General, but there aught the immortal flames can do? I fear that exceeds our mandate. Were it a smaller number, mayhap it would go unnoticed. But the Syndicate would not bear the cost of escorting more than 200 Domans to Mordana. When government fails to act, the responsibility falls to us private citizens. I will engage the services of 77 caravans on Doman's behalf. Very well. We should begin contract negotiations at once. Your generosity is most welcome, my lord. So, see, this Teleji isn't a bad guy. He's offering, money and transport for Doma. Half the bar would agree to escort them. True. He is a Lala. He is evil. He can't be evil. Just look at that. Look at that facial hair. Okay. After all that has befallen these good people, it is the least I can do. Come what may, you shall ever have a friend in Ul'dah, Lady Yugiri. And you in Ravenant's Toll, my lord. That's the evil facial hair? That's impossible. No, there's no facial hair that is evil, okay? Well, it sounds like we all have work to do. Lady Yugiri, let's put our heads together and settle the details of our arrangement, shall we? I would entrust the task of escorting our Doman friends to you. After you have rested your own road-weary legs, of course. What say you? Hey Beetle, put on the evil hair. Yes. Yugiri's game. As we speak, the Domans prepare for departure at Vesper Bay, wherefrom they will be transported by carriage to Ul'dah. That said, this has all been decided rather suddenly, and it would not surprise me if the refugees required some assistance in coordinating their preparations. Bat, I would have you return to Vesper Bay and facilitate the process, though through tasks great and small. In short, whatever must needs be done, do it. Speak with a man named Hosen when you arrive. As Lady Yugiri tells it, he has been designated the leader of the first group. Vesper Bay? That means I can use a Vesper Bay Aetheryte ticket. Oh my goodness. He is the Hosen one, indeed. Oh, someone's having a seat. Hello, Hosen. Greetings. Alphanod informed me that the Scions would be arriving to help with preparations. I'm honored to meet you, though shamed as well. A great warrior should not be tasked with such trivialities. I knew from a glance of that manner of man you were. I too have some skill at arms, as do many of our people. Pray forgive this trifle, but might I trouble you to help round up the children that have been given into my care? They are most adept in staying hidden from my sight, but perhaps your keen eyes will succeed where I have failed. You have my thanks, friend. Pray seek out my son, Yozan. He can tell you more. We're going to seek out Yozan. Yozan! Yozan! Yozan. Yo. Zan. Let's see, 720/1730 with a new Endwalker gathers? What do you mean? 720 what? They've removed some of the trivialities they used to make you do. Are you sure? Oh, gotcha. You're working on Bloodsworn. Gotcha. The reputation, yes. Oh, hello there. I am Yozan, son of Hosan. Will you be coming with us to Ul'dah? I hear we're traveling by horse-bird-drawn carriages. But don't you think they're queer? Sorry, that word strung me for a loop there. Giant birds that people ride like horses. I still want to try riding one, but... What's that? You're looking for the others? Don't worry, I already told them to get ready for the carriages. I need your help though. We were just finishing a game of hide and seek. 3 players were still in hiding, and since Lady Yugiri told us to take it really seriously, they won't move until they're found. But Vesper Bay isn't that big, so I bet you can find them in no time. Oh, I'm gonna find them, alright. They would have you pick up bits of scales that they had dropped and perfume a chocobo because of... Oh, we haven't gotten that far. And then ignore them. Oh no! Oh no! How'd you find me? Bah, guess I need to practice more. Or maybe you're just good at this. I mean, the Garleans didn't find me. Yeah, that's right, the Garleans didn't find you. Well, Phoebe did. Are you playing? No fair. Yozan didn't say anything about adults. But let's see. We get to ride a horsebird carriage? I don't know. It sounds scary, but if Yozan says it's safe, I'll go. Yo, Lael, how's it going? You're heading to bed? Yo, enjoy your sleeps. Enjoy your sleeps. Not feeling well? I understand. I wasn't feeling well yesterday at all, so I know exactly how you feel. Let's see. Let me catch up on stuff. Rin teleported here one night while we were together, and you picked it back up. Gotcha. I do remember that. I think. Yeah. Hey, you're not Yozan. Who are you? I'm Koharu? BatDan. I didn't know anyone else was. Wait a minute. You're one of those stallions, aren't you? No, scones. Yes, scones. Scones. Squints. Yes. Then you must know Lady Yugiri, right? Isn't she great? She's really good at hide and seek too. Oh, right. It's almost time to go. Nice to meet you, BatDan. It's because Lady Yugiri is a ninja and has the hide ability. Wonderful. All the children are accounted. Hide and seek? Ah, I see that you are curious. It's quite simple, really. Lady Yugiri thought it best that the children know what to do in case the Garleans found us. I should hope that those days are behind us, but nevertheless, take comfort in knowing that we are prepared. Garuda lasted all but 16 seconds, yo, true. It'd be that way sometime. Why we adventure? The first caravan is due to depart shortly, followed by the rest at the regular intervals. My family and I, including my stubborn old father Homai, will be traveling in the lead carriage together with young Koharu, whom I believe you've already met. Though I understand the road to Ul'dah is regularly patrolled by brass blades, it would give us great comfort if you would agree to accompany us on our journey. I mean, I was planning on it in the first place, but okay. Once again, I thank you for your kindness. When you are ready to leave, please inform our coachman. Only because you told Beetlejuice to wait so you could fully buff him? What? Ah, gotcha. Oh, look. Eager to be off, are ye? Well, I was meaning to have a word with ye about that. Runner from the blades says we might have a problem. A fierce-looking bestiality's been sighted south of the bridge to Hammerla. Might be someone's eyes are playing tricks on them, of course, but it don't pay to gamble in this business. Now, I know ye can handle yourself in a fight, but this lot here's another story, so I was thinking ye might go on ahead and have a quick look around. Make sure the area's safe, and if ye come across anything dangerous, ye know what to do. When you're satisfied the way's clear, meet us outside Horizon. The blades tell me the road there's safe, so I reckon we can make it that far on our own, assuming the self-same bastards don't try robbing us, that is. not really keeping track of the road here. Kind of flying over it. Oh, I guess there's nothing here, right? There's nothing here? Nothing to worry about? So there was a beastie, was Baron the operative, was being the operative word, eh? Ha 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 ha. Well fought, sir, well fought. Ah, if only I were in better health, I would have been proud to stand at your side. I mean, you look pretty healthy to me. Pay my son no mind. He forgets that his responsibilities prelude acts of daring do. Okay. Be that as it may, I cannot help but to envy you. Had we been able to call upon heroes of your strength and skill in Doma, things would have been very different. But we cannot change the past. Those who fought and fell are forever lost to us. But lost but not forgotten. Lady Yugiri's kinsmen least of all. They fought Fearcrest? Fierceless, I guess? Fiercest? Yes, fiercest. Okay. Though they knew full well it was in vain. So daring to on top of that short box feel true? Well, I mean they're kids, so anything, any small object or any plain looking object could be anything, you know. It could be a tightrope, could be a cliffside. She had every right to walk away, but yet she chose to stay. Food, shelter, the promise of a better life, and this and more we owe to her. How does one even begin to repay such a debt? In kind, Father, to she who has given everything, we shall give our all. Whatever work there is to be done, we shall do without question. Ditch digging, bricklaying, it matters not. Ravenous toll will grow and prosper by our hands. Hey, Mr. Bat, Kaharu and I want to know why you became an adventurer. To gain power, to win glory, to amass a fortune, to go whither the wild rose bloom. Did it gain power? No, not. I don't know. I mean, it's actually none of these. You mean one of those work for you? Well, the thing is, we don't want to tell them the secret of the scions of the Seventh Dawn, right? Or do we? Do we want to tell them the passcode? We're going to tell them the passcode. So you like roses? I think I understand. I mean, they're nice and everything, but I don't know. But don't they grow in lots of places? Which one is I had nothing better to do? True, true. It's my turn now. Excuse me, Master Bat. I've got a question. What's Ravenous Toll like? Is it pretty? It is a bustling outpost frequented by countless adventurers. It is a bastion of civilization in harsh and unforgiving wilderness. It is home to the signs of the Seventh Dawn. It is a stone throw away from Imperial Castrum. And thus did the Wearer of Light become known as the Wandering Botanist. You know, true. Still, do we want to continue telling them about our secret organization, which we just made public like a week ago? Sure, okay. Don't tell the kids who just fled the Garleans that it's right near the Garlean outpost. Yeah, there are still some Garleans over there. Oh, so you live there with your friends. That means you'll always be there to protect us. Well, technically, I live at my house over there in Limsa Lumensa. All right. I live in the mist. I'm the Mist Master. Enough, Kaharu. It's my turn again. Mr. Bat, when I'm older, I want to be strong like you. What do I have to do? Seek out new experiences and adventures. Fight ferocious beasts. Train every day. Buy weapons and armor from Rowena. Yes, buy all the stuff that I get back from primals. One Punch Man at Yo, true. I'd say train every day. Might as well. Seek out new life and civilizations. Yeah, seek out new experiences and adventures. Yeah, there we go. Kids, I want you to go outside the towns and don't listen to anybody and seek out your adventures. Of course, to be a better adventurer, you need to go adventuring. Yeah, no brainer, right? Especially in Modona, exactly. Where everything is level, what? 48? 45, 48, something like that. Alright. That's enough questions for Mr. Bat. That's not fair. Why does Yozan get to ask 2 questions? I want to know about adventuring just as much as he does. Just one more, please. Do you think I could be an adventurer like you one day? They're not even giving me an option. Really? Then I will. Thanks for the advice, Mr. Bat. I won't forget it. I'm going to be an adventurer too. I don't get to be mean. When we get to Ravenous Toll, let's make an adventurers guild for Domans. We'll protect our friends and punish the wicked, just like Mr. Bat and Lady Yugiri. Yeah, just like, yeah, they're just like us. I don't want to repeat what they said. We can talk more about it in the carriage on the way. Will you be joining us? I mean, obviously you need someone to protect your caravan. How are they going to punish the wicked? I don't know. Glamour is just level locked, right? Yes. All you have to do is be level 15 and get to Vesper Bay to unlock Glamours. Alright, where are we going? Oh, I guess we're going to the quicksand. It's mostly locked by the ability to leave the starting capital. Yeah, you could say that. Unfortunately, you do have, if you start in Limsa Luminsa, you will have to get to level 15 MSQ so that you can travel to Ul'dah, because they will not let you take the ferry from Limsa Luminsa to Vesper Bay until you have unlocked the airship. Addie can travel there, so you just have to fly her there. Gotcha. I pray they do not grow too accustomed to this treatment. It is a welcome respite, to be sure, but a far cry from what we can expect in Revenant's Toll. It's true, it's true. Ah, Bat. I take it the first group has arrived. Excellent. Is there aught else? No? I have matters well in hand here. You and Lady Ugiri should travel to Revenant's Toll forthwith. All due respect. It is past time Lady Ugiri met with the guild's representatives in Revenant's Toll. Since I do not foresee any further matters arising here in Thanalan which might require our personal attention, I would instead have you serve as an escort to the Doman delegation for the duration of the journey. Speak first with Slafborn upon your arrival. He is the one with whom the Domans will be working most closely, I should think. Afterwards, introduce Lady Ugiri to Minfilia and the guild emissary. If both meetings go well, the resulting ties should stand the Domans in good stead for that which is to come. Safe travels, Bat. Guess we're going to Modona. If she's been unlocked to travel, then yeah, you can fly her. Yes. She can't use the airship, though you walk to Ul'dah before it unlocks. Yes, because get to the world map here. Because goddamn it. If you start off in Thanalan, obviously you can get to the Glamours. If you start off in the Black Shroud, you can go down and walk or fly if you have a person that can fly you over there to Thanalan to get to the Glamours. But La Nocia there's no way to get off this island until you unlocked the airship. So you have to do at least level 15 MSQ in order to travel to Thanalan. Because hacks, true. They don't physically block you from leaving your starter region. Yes, and unless it's Limsa. You're not sure they'll let you cross out of the Shroud to Thaneland? They do. They do. I've done it with all my characters, and I think Kendra's done it as well. I mean, when I was a Sprout with my original character, like I started in Gridania and I walked everywhere. I did die, obviously, I died, but I did walk everywhere and attune to all the crystals I could before setting out for Limsa Lumensa. Mad people? Yo, true. I mean, it... Could you imagine, if this patch was introduced today, they'd probably have us escort the caravan, the entire, like, literally walk the entire map all the way over to Mordona. They would probably have us do that because, you know, they've incorporated that with Endwalker, you know, escorting missions and whatnot. Swarmed with dozens of people the whole time, true. And this must be the esteemed Lady Yugiri and her associates. I greet you all as friends and bid you welcome to the toll. I hope you do not find our dearth of fineries off-putting. Poor though we may seem, we have a wealth of spirit and camaraderie to spare. You see, race and creed don't enter into it here. We welcome all sorts, provided they are willing to earn their keep, of course. We are no strangers to hard work, Master Slaffborn. You may rest assured that we will carry out your orders with due diligence. Oh, not for a moment did I doubt your commitment, my lady. Pray understand, I give the same speech to all new arrivals, and you needn't bow your head or call me master, either. We are both frontier hands, and as far as I'm concerned, as you wish, Slaffborn. May this meeting mark the beginning of our long and fruitful relationships. Our guests have yet to meet the antecedent. Seven hells, Bat. Why are you wasting time with me? See them to the rising stones. I will. Watch me. I'm gonna walk all the way over there too. Oh my goodness, there's Kendra again. To whom much has given, much is expected. Forgive me, I require a moment to compose my thoughts before meeting with your leader. We shall join you in at the Rising Stones on. I don't think Kendra can see Yugiri. Oh look, it's Flamin. Yesterday, not yesterday, the day before yesterday, Kendra, we were doing this, we were just meeting with her, right? And I used the text-to-speech option on a website to see what, how to fully pronounce her name, and the text-to-speech person said Flamin. Yo, King John, how's it going? Day 7, still no eggs in the grocery store. Bird flu is going wild. I did not know bird flu was a thing this year. So many youths these days fail to understand what it is incumbent on everyone to help those in need. That's why it's so wonderful when young men like Hoary Boulder rise to the occasion. You have a name. We have Flamin and we have Hoary Boulder. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Come to your realm. We have slightly more expensive eggs, but they're here. True, true. Since early December. I'm sorry to hear that. Tis no use. Our attempts to reach the students of BatDan continue to meet with failure. Urianger has explored other avenues of inquiry, but they too have yielded naught. We will persevere, of course, yet within our hearts the truth is clear. We are but awaiting confirmation of that which we already know. How fare the Domans? I am given to understand you were kept quite busy in Vesper Bay. Mayhap you question the wisdom of aiding refugees when the primal threat remains unresolved. I should not blame you if you did, nor would I deny that this matter falls outside our normal purview. Be that as it may, I could not ignore the plight of these refugees, not when it is within our power to help them. Lady Yugiri is here. Please show her in. I should very much like to meet her. Yes, yes. Let's all nod and yeah. Yes, we all understand that we're here. Yeah. We have no objections. Pray do so with our blessing. Your answer pleases me beyond words, my lady, but are you quite certain? We have no way of knowing how many might answer my summons. In the event that Ravenet's toll could not accommodate us all, we would need to find an alternative solution. Should that come to pass, we will find it together. As ever, it has been a pleasure, antecedent. Alas, we must take our leave, as the first carriages are due to arrive at any moment. Should you require aught else, pray speak to Slaffborn, Lady Yugiri, Bat. I see. Well, I'm sorry that you have to deal with all of that. I'm amazed that none here knew of the War of Secession until we arrived. We have truly heard not of what has... Have you truly heard not of what that has transpired? Yeah, I have no idea the secession you speak of. Lamin and I will make all necessary preparations to ensure that our Doman friends feel at home upon their arrival. though I must admit that I am still troubled about the manner of the missing crystals. Yustola should be returning anon with a report from afield. Mayhap you could await here and speak with her upon her arrival. I guess so. I mean, I got nothing better to do. We'll just wait here for Yustola.
How goes the fishing? Caught anything slippery?
Aye. Our suspicions were well founded. The Serpent Reavers are indeed the culprits.
The plot thickens.
Has there been any movement in Thanalan?
It has been blessedly quiet, which is to say the Amalja are being no more or less of a nuisance than usual, summoning Ifrit with such crystals as they have hoarded. Urianger, too, reports not out of the ordinary.
Then we have our explanation.
Your explanation for what, pray tell?
For the recent spate of crystal thefts in Thanalan, we naturally assumed that the trail would lead us back to the Amalja. Yet it did not. It led us across the sea unto Vilbrand.
Vilbrand? There have been reports of increased Sahagin activity of late. Oh gods, they mean to summon Leviathan?
That is the way of it, I fear. Whilst conducting our investigation on behalf of the mineral concern, we came upon evidence implicating the Serpent Reavers. With the aid of the Maelstrom, I was able to verify our suspicions. 'Tis only a matter of time before Leviathan returns to harrow the seas. But there is more. One of the Sahagin, an elder by my judgment, spoke of attaining the gift and knowledge of eternity.
Ugh.
Such a disturbance in the ether. If I did not know better, I should think this device defective. And there is the explanation.
Soon it shall begin. Our Lord shall rise midst surging waves to wash away the finless ones. And I shall be granted the gift and knowledge of eternity, and with the emissary stand equal. Then shall I know no cessation, no oblivion.
Whence comes this promise of immortality? The emissary? We have outstayed our welcome.
The gift and knowledge.
Are the two of you quite well?
You shared that vision, did you not? Even before the Sahagin made mention of the emissary, I recognized Elidibus's words. He is behind this. But surely it is not within his power to grant the echo.
My lady, unless we act swiftly, Leviathan will rise again. The Admiral has already requested that we intervene to prevent this. Failing that, we are to attend to the Primal's extermination.
She will have our full cooperation. Let us make haste to Limsa Lominsa. I mean to play a part in this mission. Tataru, pray, take charge in my absence.
My lady, are you sure this is wise?
I am aware of the risks, but there is something I must see with mine own eyes. The true nature of the Echo.
Very well. I shall not stand in your way. On the condition that you permit me to accompany you as bodyguard.
Your company is ever welcome, Thancred.
I take it something ill is afoot.
Aye. A primal is about to be loosed upon Eorzea.
A primal?
A godlike being whose very existence is a bane upon the land. We scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to put an end to their kind.
I see. Know then that I am learned in the arts of war. In return for the kindness you have shown my people, I would lend you my blade.
It would be most welcome. When contending with a primal, one can never have too many able allies. If you crave a more intimate understanding of the problems facing Eorzea, this experience is like to provide it. Be sure to come well prepared.
Okay, so, with that, I'm going to take a 5-minute break because I'm out of coffee. So, I will return. And, let's see, Snoodly Bop is in charge because Max raided earlier.
you want to give me your bits, give me your bits. If you don't want to give me your bits, don't give me your bits.
What makes you think she is a witch? Well, she turned me into a newt. A newt. Got better.
Follow me.
Now you see that evil will always triumph, because good is dumb.
Exactly. I have returned, by the way. Okay, so, yeah. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing well. The sea rises. Plainly, should the worst come to pass and Leviathan is summoned, our only recourse will be to face him in battle. Given past experiences, you may very well think that eventuality inevitable. Yet, so long as there is even a chance that the primal's return might be prevented, we must needs bend all our efforts towards achieving that goal. Before we do aught else, let us hasten to Limsa Lomensa and meet with the Admiral. She will not have been idle in the intervening time. I will doubtless have valuable information to share. Guess we'll just go to Limsa Lomensa. What?
Stars.
Sure. Who activated this? That which binds us. Spirit bonding needs speed increased, and reduced rates. Teleportation fees are reduced. What the heck? Who's... That's a bunny. You blame the bunny? Yeah, I blame the bunny. You are expected. Pray take this lift to the command room. Sure. It must be zippers. Yeah, it must be zippers. Although zippers isn't a bunny. It was the dwarf. Voice acting? No? Goddamn. Welcome, friends. I take it Yastola has apprised you of the situation. Let us waste no time then. According to our best intelligence, the Shagin had not crystals enough to summon their god. Alas, we did not count on the Serpent Reavers venturing as far as Thanlan to supplement their cache. For our short-sightedness, we are faced with the grim prospect of Leviathan's imminent return. Let's see, how does the text to voice read her name? Who, Merwib? Let's see what the text to voice pronounces her name like. Meryl you... No? Probably have to increase the volume. Hold on.
Merleweb.
Merleweb. It's close.
Merleweb.
Yeah, it's close. Let's see how text-to-speech does Yestola.
Ishtola.
That's close. That is actually spot on, actually. Bravo, text-to-speech. You wanted to smack me, but I'm not here. I'm in a meeting at the moment, there, Kendra. She says it like me because I'm pronouncing it the best I can. I'm under the protection of Merleweb. Needless to say, I am not inclined to let the flashbacks have their way. Fishbacks have their way. Even as we speak, the Maelstrom makes ready to launch a large-scale operation to thwart the summoning, and we would welcome the science support in this endeavor. But if, gods forbid, our efforts should come to naught, I will need to trouble you for more than a mere support, much as I did when Titan last walked these lands. Lady Minfilia, I am given to understand that you mean to accompany our soldiers to the front lines. I can only assume that you have sound reason for doing so. I do, Admiral, but I would rather not be drawn on. I would rather not be drawn on their nature. I will say only that there is something I would see for mine own eyes. Is that so? Well, I am not so stubborn as to deny the wish of one whose aid I require, but preparations must be taken. I shall require that you remain by my side at all times. With that settled, let us speak of the operation. Let's see, but you're super fashionable right now, which means your smacks would be better. Oh no. Oh yeah, smackdowns are definitely 20% better with style. Maelstrom scouts are currently reconnoitering Shagin movements within the Saspa spawning grounds. Upon completing their mission, they will return to the operations staging point at Camp Skull Valley. I want you to make your way there forthwith, that you might be apprised of the latest intelligence. Commander Falkbreda has charge of the garrison. I appreciate that. Oh look, Infelia's here as well. Fish. I've been expecting you, Sign of the Seventh Dawn. On behalf of the men and women here, I thank you for your cooperation. The safety of our citizens is paramount. With your aid, we will prevent Leviathan's return. Why don't you have any eyes? Kendra, why you have no eyes? Oh, because you dyed them. Right? Kendra is the dwarf. Yes, Kendra is indeed the dwarf. Nope, they are just that way for some reason.
Lana. Lana!
What? Danger zone?
It's true. Yo, Kendra is indeed the danger zone. That's a good-looking dwarf. It is. It is. Scouts in duress. As you may already know, Maelstrom scouts have been dispatched to reconnoiter the spawning grounds. Though it pains me to admit it, the Maelstrom has never faced a foe like this before. We must proceed with all due caution. Among other things, they have orders to determine where Leviathan might emerge, assuming it comes to that. And yet, their return is long overdue. I fear that ill may have befallen them. For better or worse, we must ascertain their fate. If it is not too much to ask, I would have you aid us in the search. 5 scouts ventured into Suspa, all told. Here, take this flask of restorative to tend to those who may have been wounded. Though it pains me to even consider the notion, if they have perished, circumstances permitting, I ask that you recover their bodies. By no means venture too deep into enemy territory, however, we can ill afford to lose you at this juncture. Okay. Yo, Pepsi, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. We're going to be fighting Leviathan soon. Alright, where is this man? Hello? Oh, there he is. Help! Somebody! Of all the times I forgot to restorative. Just playing RE Village, how are you liking it? Is it your first time? I don't remember. Thank you, I owe you my life. We were ambushed by the Serpent Reavers. Lightly armed as we were, we didn't stand a chance. I was able to flee this far, but the others were captured. They were taken to the Serpent's Tongue, I'm certain of it. I can make my own way back to the camp, but I fear the worst for my comrades. Save them, I beg you. I guess so. I mean, I got nothing better to do. Yes, your first time playing RE Village. How are you enjoying it? I have obviously played RE Village quite often. I just have yet to play the DLC. Well, I played a little of the DLC. I just have yet to finish it. I want to restart it though. How dare you! Take that. And that. And this. Oh my goodness, they're dead. There's a soldier's corpse right here. That poor man. You beat the tall vampire lady? Yo, congratulations. It's a pretty fun fight, fighting the tall vampire lady. You're returned, and thank the navigator. Well, I learned that you went to the Serpent's Tongue by yourself. I feared you would meet an untimely demise. But tell me, what became of the others? Dear gods, these wounds were not intended to kill, but to torture and maim. Does their savagery know no bounds, enemies or no? They go too far. I dread to think what may have become of the two who remain unaccounted for. I pray that they haven't suffered the same evil fate. At the very least, one of my men came back alive, and for that I owe you my thanks. The price we paid was dear, but we have the intelligence we need. Even as we speak, the Admiral finalizes the details of the operation. The war horns will sound any moment now. Be ready to sally forth when they do. The gift of eternity. Thrice damned fish-backed bastards. I'll kill them slowly and then chase their rotten souls through all 7 hells. Peace, Commander. We're here for a purpose, and vengeance is not it. I want your mind on the task at hand, savvy? My apologies, Admiral. You may count on me to keep my clear head. Good. According to our sole surviving scout, the Shogun and their thralls have already begun to amass at the Aetheryte in the depths of Sapsa. Sapsa. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Sapsa. There we go. If we are to act, it must be now. The men are ready, but we but wait your orders, Admiral. As predicted, the Shogun have tightened security in and around the spawning grounds. A frontal assault is like to be the best with fierce resistance. But we are not so artless as that, Commander. We shall divide our forces and strike them hard and fast in key locations. Remember, our ultimate objective is to take the Sapsa Aetheryte and eliminate the Shogun priest presiding over the summoning. We are not here to kill them all. I mean, I could just I could do a murder. The Maelstrom shall engage and distract the Shogun's legion of drowned pirates at the Serpent's Tongue. Commander, you have charge over this effort. Be mindful that the lay of the land there is devilish for attacking forces. Let the foreign levy spearhead the assault. and have subsequent units fan out to cover their flanks. At the selfsame moment, a diversionary squadron formed of galleons from the Crimson Fleet shall harry the enemy from offshore. In likewise, we Scions shall form smaller units in hopes of confusing the Shagin defense effort. Bat and Yustola, the two of you are to make your way to the site of the summoning ritual. The Admiral's diversions should serve to thin the enemy's defenses, rendering your path less perilous. A small party, I believe, should be able to win through without drawing unwarranted attention. Thancred and Yugiri, your mission is to lure as many Shagin as possible out of the spawning grounds. Having done so, take your heels and circle around to join the infiltration unit of Yustola and Bat. You mean if only kill most of... If you mean if I only kill most of them, technically isn't all of them and thus allowed? Yep. Maybe. When all has been set into motion, I myself shall cut a path to the Aetheryte, accompanied by Lady Minfilia, as we agreed. Well, don't let me keep you, friends. To battle. To battle. Alright, give me one moment. When last we did fight side by side, Bat, too long ago, I warrant. But come, let us away. Sorry about that. I had a sneezing fit. Okay. We're going to attack them from above. We're going to fly in there and be like, hey, attack. Should I get up? Should I get out my chocobo? Give my chocobo a little fun. Hi. This one too. He looked at me funny. Anyone else? Pistola, what are you doing here? The summoning ritual is taking place at the Beastman Aetheryte deep within. Thither we must go. obstructing our way is a multitude of checkpoints. It would be well advised to dispatch as many enemies as possible along the way, that we might avoid later in interference. Let us take separate routes and emerge before the Aetheryte, and the better to confuse the enemy sentinels. Yo, better words weren't spoken there. Let's do it. What the hell you think you're doing, sir? Hmm? Oh, there's zippers, by the way. You finally got them out? Yo, congratulations. I know you've been working on that for quite some time. Oh, Yosola, what's wrong with you? What's going on here? Gotta aid her. Pray, do not concern yourself. 'Twas but a glancing blow. Come, the Aetheryte is close at hand. Let us press on. You also got the triple triad parasol? Nice. Congrats. Congrats.
Damn them. They have made thralls of soldiers and civilians both.
Did I miss much? So that is how you fight in the Far East. Mental note, pick no quarrel with Domans. But seriously, if I am to keep up, I must needs forsake elegance for efficiency. To the Aetheryte!
You'll forgive me my lateness.
I've been something of a liability of late, I know. 'Tis high time I set about making amends.
Long have you shriveled Sorewalkers, tormented our kind. But no more! Your time is at an end! You shall perish with salt in your wounds and sea in your lungs. Lord of the world, hearken to our plea. Lord of the world, deliver us from our misery.
Do you feel that?
I know this sensation. It's the echo.
What? Such power! It is transcendent!
Seven hells!
Strike me down if you will. It is futile! I have mastered the gift. I am eternal! O mighty Leviathan, ruler of the seas, born of waters primordial, I offer unto you this frail flesh, that you might grant your faithful servants deliverance. I beseech you, come forth!
Die, damn you!
Foolish Shorewalker! You cannot kill that which is eternal!
Heavens forfend.
Damn it all!
My being ebbs away. But it should by right be infinite. Am I not immortal? Curse you, emissary! You promised me everlasting.
Where did he go?
What say you? Nary a single ship? Hells take that sea demon! Gather the survivors and get to shore. Leave the wrecks for the pirates. Leviathan wastes no time. The diversionary squadron is lost. For a mercy, 'twould seem the Primal now makes for open sea. But why does he not press his advantage? Unless... God save us. He means to unleash a tidal wave.
A whole tidal wave or just like a half a tidal wave? Thancred, what do you have to say about this? Though the mission ended in failure, I take solace in the knowledge that Minfilia is unharmed. Why was she even here? Minfilia, you did nothing in that battle. Had only we arrived but a moment earlier, but there is no time to brood over what might have been. Leviathan is returned. We must needs find a way to deal with him. So, if we met Leviathan on the open sea, we put ourselves at the Primal's mercy. We must think of a way to face him on equal terms. Come here, bird. The gods of this realm are vengeful beings. 'Tis of little wonder the Garleans feared their kind so. That's true, true. Yeah. Understand, I speak of no normal wall of water. That which Leviathan makes ready to conjure carries more destructive power than aught seen in nature. Enough to raise entire coastal settlements. If his last attempt is any guide, we cannot suffer history to be repeated. Yet, how in seven hells are we to prevent it? Hope they have primal instruments in. Oh, true, true. They may not at this stage, but certainly by round 2, they should consider it. True, true. You're just surprised Minfilia didn't get kidnapped or captured by something, and that's also true. Do you want to make grilled cheese? I could go for some grilled cheese right now. Into the heart of the whirl. Though our plight cries out of action, we must take thought. So long as Leviathan remains in the open sea, he is effectively beyond our reach. Our fleet is second to none. Of that you may be sure, but Lamine herself would struggle to best the Lord of the Whirl in his element. In a straight fight, he would make meat and match wood of us. We didn't need another plan. That much is plain. Let us return to Limsa and see if we cannot think of one. I shall await you in the command room. That's true, that's true. If you're gonna do it, go for it. Being the observant nature that you are, you will doubtless have noticed my dagger work back at You know me, Bat. I like to dabble in a bit of this and and a bit of that. The Shagin Elder claimed to have become eternal, yet he was similarly consumed by Leviathan. What might this imply? I have no idea. When I saw Leviathan rise from the depths, I cannot well describe what I felt. No words could compare to such a sight. To confront the Lord of the Whirl in his watery domain is far from ideal, but he is not like to come to us. What that he lacked the means to strike us from afar.
There used to be a hamlet beyond South Tidegate in western La Noscia. Hearthstone, 'twas called. Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the Company of Heroes put him down before he could do too much damage. But when the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Hearthstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
The area was subsequently occupied by the Sahagin.
Aye, the thrice-damned creatures transformed it into a spawning ground for their brood. Given the quantity of crystal stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now than in his previous incarnations. If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Hearthstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa. That cannot happen. The Primal must be stopped.
That was ever our objective, Admiral. But how are we to achieve it? The sea is Leviathan's uncontested domain. The ships of the 3rd Squadron could not close to within 100 yards of the Primal, nor could their cannons pierce his defenses.
I have read the reports, Master Thancred. Our warships may as well have been bloody pleasure barges for all the good they did. 7 hells! Is there no way that we might strike back?
The Company of Heroes defeated Leviathan, having first lured him into an inlet, but we must needs contend with him upon the open sea. It will avail us little to consult past experience.
Admiral, if I may.
Speak freely, Marshal.
By all accounts, Leviathan's most formidable weapon is the very sea itself. Waves and whirlpools, tides and currents, all these things are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe. This, in effect, is what the Company of Heroes achieved with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water? I have heard of devices capable of such wonders. They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told. If mounted upon a ship, such a device might be used to prevent Leviathan from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against us, rendering him no more dangerous than any other sea serpent.
Of course! Sid built a similar device to grant the Enterprise safe passage through Garuda's Tempest, did he not?
Begging your pardon, my lady, but to give credit where it's due, this is something I heard from an old arcanist friend of mine.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it works. Beg the specifications of this device from your friend, and I shall pass them on to our people at Naldic and Vermelis. But before we proceed any further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks, quite another. In matters of science, I am as a babbling babe, but I cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals. The question being, do we have a ship big enough to bear such a burden?
Mayhap not, Admiral, but two might. Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's greatest haul? It is said that he lashed two ships together, side by side, the better to bear his plunder.
Why you have to be mad?
By your leave, we might attempt to repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new vessel.
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
Now, from what I have gleaned of these matters, the device will need to be in close and constant proximity to the target. To wit, we must lash our twin vessel to Leviathan. This in itself will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required, but given the weight of the cargo, that will only be attainable with the aid of a towing vessel. Suffice it to say, the task of piloting said vessel will entail considerable danger, and I would not ask it of another. I volunteer myself.
'Twill be dangerous for all involved, but we have no better recourse. Very well. Commodore, assemble the remnants of the fleet at Morabee Bay. Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs can wait. Storm Marshal Slafierson, command of the operation is yours. I want that twin vessel ready to sail post-haste.
At once, Admiral.
And then there is the small matter of slaying the beast. The fate of Limsa Lominsa rests upon your shoulders once again. Go well, warrior of light.
Well now. Oh. Talking to Yogiri. Another cutscene. Hope it's voice acted. It is not. Beings held as gods also exist in what you call the Far East. Legends tells us that they walked among us in the days of yore, but I confess that I never truly believed them. That I should live to behold one is humbling and horrifying in equal measure. Now that I have come face to face with a primal, I do begin to understand why the Garleans fear them so. Oh, goddamn. What is it? A message, Admiral. I judge it best that it be delivered at once. You pretending to know what's going on. Basically, we are strapping like 4 or 5 ships together with a device that will prevent a big sea serpent from using its powers against us, and then we're going to slay the sea serpent, essentially. I'm listening. According to the Yellow Jackets, a man has appeared who claims to have defeated Leviathan. Gasp. One of the company of heroes. The details are yet hazy, Admiral. We have dispatched one of our own to question the individual. I am disinclined to put any store by his claim, but even should it be true, it is, as Yostola said, none save the company of heroes have bested Leviathan, and we know how they went about it. If this man is of their number, what could he tell us that we don't already know? And yet, having wagered Limsa's survival on 2 ships, some rope and a pile of crystals, can we ill afford to ignore this man? If his testimony could yield us any manner of advantage, should we not hear it? Damn it all. The twin vessel will soon be ready. We have no time to wait for the Maelstrom's report on the supposed Primal Slayer claims. Bat, seek him out and learn what he knows. At the very least, I will spare you the torment of waiting for the reckoning in idleness. The man you're looking for is believed to be a resident of Grey Fleet in Lower La Nocia. The storm private sent to question him should already be in the vicinity. May your journey prove fruitful. Alright. So what, I'm going to load. Okay, so I don't want to teleport because that'll take too much freaking time. So, I guess we're walking.
You want to get nuts? Come on.
Exactly. We're gonna get nuts on Leviathan. How's it going, Bobo? Hope you're doing well. And very, very good VR stream you had earlier. I was quite entertained. I personally, I don't think I could ever do VR because I get dizzy way too much. What the heck, BatDan? What did I do? I can't say this. What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, is it this guy again? Yep, it's Thangtrum. Yeah, that guy. Hey, remember me? Now look here, you'll have your bloody story right after ye carry those sacks of grain over to the mill. But sir, what's that you said before you had me pick those oranges for you, and before I mucked out the chocobo stables, and before I rolled that millstone over the mill? And also before... This man's got no pants. Gods, man. I've worked 3 days straight without a wink of sleep. 3 days, and do ye hear me complaining? VR gives you nausea? Yeah, from what I've experienced of VR, it's not really for me. I get very disoriented. You have yet to have an issue with VR besides the lack of long-term activities. Gotcha. Bah, I suppose some of us just ain't made for the rougher stuff. Alright. I'll give you what you want. Never let it said that old Trenchtrum ain't a generous soul. Now, pick up your ears, cause I won't be repeating myself. Too modest, see? Besides, there is only so much epicness a man can take on one sitting. Yes, the keen. The tale of Trantrum Epic's victory over the dread primal Leviabetus. You can't see it, but I just facepalmed there. Now, Leviabetus is huge, make no mistake. To give ye an idea of how big, each of his scales is about as wide across as me members long.
Not only was that sad, but if you guys look at the screen, I'm about to get fucked up.
Exactly. And that's no mean feat, let me tell ye. When I fought him, I could barely see for all the brine he was pelting with me. Must have been a lagoon's worth at least. He even knocked me trusty axe out of me hands at one stage. Course that proved to be a grave mistake. There is a Final Fantasy XIV VR thing you were looking at. That'd be interesting. Yeah, I think I remember seeing something. Either you linked it on Twitter, or I saw it on the TikToks about a VR Final Fantasy thing. And basically it's just first person viewing, but you're using a VR headset. What happened next? Well, I grabbed him by the tail and tied him up in knots. But not wanting to take all the glory for myself, I let me mates and the company of heroes handle the rest. Like I said, I'm modest as well as heroic, mayhap too modest. Now there's some as say ye can never truly beat Leviabetus. And you've got to learn to live with him and make the best of the bad situation. Not the company, though. Hey, remember me? It's you! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I was just enjoying the attention, that's all. I take back everything I said. Let's see, totally not a mod because it's against Final Fantasy 14 TOS, but did see a really cool 14 VR thing. I don't know if that counts as a mod that's against their TOS, because all you're doing is putting the game in first person mode and putting it like 3 inches from your face, you know what I mean? How is an MMO done with VR? Your party would keep hearing dry heave, and they when they have you on the mic, true. I was never part of the company of heroes, but I'm no marauder. I'm actually a complete coward. I'm nothing. I'm chocobo dung. No, I'm the maggots you find wiggling in chocobo dung. I've no lie. I have to lie to women to tumble and that don't happen much. I mean, members tiny. It's pathetic. Sir Hells didn't fight Leviabetus, but I have seen him with me own eyes. Yossi P. Wild sometimes, true. This guy is actually making me sweat. He's just so terrible of a character. 'Twas a fair few years back when I was working on as a baker's hand. I was shrinking me duties one day, loitering about the harbor when I saw it. A great big massive sea serpent some miles off the coast, with a fleet of galleon making straight for it, cannons firing. I was so bloody scared I soiled myself right then and there. You want that black chocobo tat? I don't know if is that part of the Mog station, or do you have to buy it? Going to bed up way too late. Yo, Julie, thank you for being part of Max's raid, and I hope you have a very good night. You mean IRL? You want it on your face? Tell me, Bobo, that you do not want that chocobo tat on your face. No, don't do it. You're better off just, using a Sharpie, so it's not so permanent. What? Oh gods, just remembering that the day makes me soil myself even more again. Don't encourage them, Kendra. Don't encourage them. Hey, wait. If you're here asking after Leviathan, it means you're planning to fight him, ain't ye? Well, take care. He really is terrible, dreadful, I tell ye. If you're not careful, you'll end up in his gullet or at the bottom of the sea. Why, you worthless, lying whoreson, I can't believe you made me handle chocobo dung. Bat, this is Minfilia. Yes, we know it's you, Minfilia. We know who you are. Were you able to learn aught of use against Leviathan? I beg your pardon, Leviathan, I see. That is unfortunate. At any rate, I have tidings for you. The twin vessel is now complete. We await you at the Morbay dry docks. Pray make your way here as soon as you're able. You live your best life because they make a foundation to cover tattoos. But I don't know how, people who wear makeup all the time do it, because, I can't wear makeup all day, every day. It's just way too difficult. Well, not difficult, it's way too frustrating, I would say. No cover-up, only chocobo face tat. I'm told your jaunt with the Grey Fleet proved fruitless. My sympathies, lad. I'll wager it served to take your mind off the events of recent days, though, but enough of that nonsense. The moment of truth is upon us. The twin vessel, the Horlator, I call her, is complete, and she surpasses all my expectations. In addition to her prodigious tonnage, she has been fitted with a platform, and that you and yours might maneuver freely in battle. I would mention also that she is nigh unsinkable, but I am not one to tempt fate. The Horlator and her crew stand ready, my friend. Just give the word, and we shall bear you to Leviathan. Huzzah! Yo, have a good night's sleep there, Pepsi. Lord of the Whirl. Ah, I know that look. You are ready. Having been constructed in some haste, the Horlator may not be pretty, but I assure you she's capable. She has been fitted with that of 4 friends at Naldig and Vilmel words, Scrabble words, are not calling an elemental converter. Assuming that thing works, it will use the power of the corrupted crystals on board to rob Leviathan of his hold over the water. Depending on how the battle unfolds, you may well need to activate the device manually. Keep that in mind. Yes, they have to put in a lot of effort to make things look ugly in this game. It is expected that the Shagin and their thralls will attempt to come to
Hello,
Leviathan.
I'm a nocturnal placental flying mammal, a member of the family of Pterodiddae, or Pterodidna. You can't tell, I'm a bat! Yes, I am. And they used to call me Batty, Batty Coda.
Funageddon, hello. Give me one moment. We just got a raid. 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 Wonder who it's from. Look, it's a raid from our friends. But seriously, for those of you who are already watching, please go follow the person who just raided at your earliest convenience. Either Ahmad or myself have already posted a link in their chat. For those of you who are coming in, you are probably stuck in an advertisement at the moment. So we're just going to give them a couple of seconds. Hello everyone, my name is BatDan, or Sir BatDan. I'm a variety caster who streams casual games and a little bit of creative art as well. Games such as Resident Evil, Final Fantasy, Tomb Raider, and of course, Batman, and many more. Sometimes you may also catch me doing creative streams, such as paintings. If you would like to subscribe, you will receive a variety of pleasant emotes, and even more if you would like to cheer bits. You can also check out my non-profit merch store by typing !merch in chat. And finally, I am a member of the fantastic Twitch team called The Stew, where you can find a wide variety of great casters. Together, we fundraise charities throughout the year. Thank you and enjoy the stream. Again, Funageddon, thank you so much for that raid. How was Marvel Snap? We are currently playing Final Fantasy XIV, the post A Realm Reborn patches. And hello there, RJ. It's always good to see you. It is expected that the Shagin and their thralls will attempt to come to Leviathan's defense. Accordingly, the Maelstrom will once again employ diversions. Thancred and Yustola, I would have you assist in the effort. If you wish to fulfill its purpose, your diversionary force must not want for numbers. By your leave, I too would volunteer my blade. We would welcome it. Having seen you fight in Saspa, I dare say the fishbacks will find your presence highly diverting. Thancred and Yustola, if you would join the third levy, and Lady Yugiri the fifth. Good, you think it was net -5 cubes at the end of stream. I don't know what that means. I do apologize. I don't actually play Marvel Snap, but you know, I hope that you enjoyed it. But what words have I for the man who has made a sport of slaying gods? Only this: go warily, for the sea is an unforgiving place to wage war. May the navigator guide you through the storm, warrior of light. I would echo the Admiral's sentiments and add a few words of mine own. Know that we all have the utmost faith in you, Bat. May the crystal bless and keep you. Lost more than you won by the end of it. It was nice stream after the 5 or 6 months of not doing it. Gotcha, gotcha. So, do you play against actual people or do you play against NPCs? Oh, there's Kendra. If you guys don't know who Tech Kendra is. Are you offering to help me do Horror Leader there, Kendra? Kendra is a Lala now? Yes, Kendra is indeed a Lala. So you did that for charity. People, it's a card game like Hearthstone. Gotcha, gotcha. Kendra, never heard of her. Let's do this on Saint, shall we? I hope you spent your poetics there, Kendra. Bobo is also logged in. I don't know, Bobo, did you want to join us for some Leviathan slaying? Sure? Okay. You're just being a weirdo in Limsa, like we all are in Limsa. You were thinking of finally leveling fishing again in this elf? Nice. My ult is a Lala too. Or my third ult. Your main is a Lala. You know, if you want to be a Lala, you want to be a Lala, that's fine. Go for it. I find it hilarious when Lalas are in cutscenes. How fast can we kill this thing? Be sure to thank your dragoon. You generally love Lalas, though. You played the Tarutaris during FF11. It reminds you of simpler times. Gotcha. I want to say that I played 1 month of Final Fantasy 11. I mean, I liked it, but my computer could not handle it. You gave yours to the healer. We had no healer. You were the healer? Oh, that's right, because you're a summoner, and summoners have, what, physic? There you are. This way. You use curing waltz. Ah, yes. What does Thancred have to say? Another notch on the old belt, is it? Well done, my friend. Were I a god, I dare say I would tremble at your summoning. So often do you achieve the impossible that I fear my words of congratulations will begin to sound repetitive, if indeed they are not already. With this in mind, I shall say only that I am glad you are of your safe return. That such a being can be defeated runs contrary to all I know. Whence comes your strength and sense of purpose? Congratulations, Bat. This victory will serve to quiet the Shogun for a time at least.
We Lominsons are sworn to strive, till sea swallows all. And swallow all it would have had Leviathan prevailed. That we still strive now, we owe in no small part to you. Not for the first time, you have delivered Limsa Lominsa from the wrath of a primal. Never has our nation known a stouter ally. On behalf of my people, I give you my humblest thanks. 'Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution. Whatever else he may have been, 'tis clear he was a resourceful soul. Would that I had a man like him in my service.
Before I set foot in these lands, I had no inkling that the people of Eorzea contended with such mighty foes. Suffice it to say, their existence came as something of a shock, as did the idea that they could be defeated. This experience has served to remind me of the vastness of the world, and the boundless potential of man. Though I am but a refugee in this realm, I would fain be of use to you in your fight.
She says this, and yet the area in which she is born and raised is what, level 60 to 70?
Know that I am tutored in one of the foremost combat arts of the Far East. It may seem outlandish to the Eorzean eye, but should any of your people care to learn, I would be pleased to initiate them.
And I will see to it that they are grateful. I have no doubt that your knowledge and skills will serve us well. Besides, your art is not so outlandish as you think. Would you not agree, Master Thancred?
Naught escapes your searching eye, Admiral. Few are privy to this information, but Limsa Lominsa is home to a certain secret fraternity. Its members are trained in a form of combat not unlike your own. By my judgment, it should not be beyond such individuals to adapt to the techniques I witnessed you employing with such admirable deftness.
they're speaking, of course, of the Rogues Guild, and you know, this is the patch which they were introduced. But he's revealing to us that there is another job class in that we could choose from.
I am heartened to hear this. I too noted a kinship between your style and mine own, though it seemed to me that you fought differently in the beginning.
I suppose I did. What can I say? I'm a man of many talents.
Though you may labor to believe it, Thancred was once something of a scoundrel who fraternized with the criminal class in these parts.
Yestola! You jest, of course.
But for a chance encounter with Alphino's grandsire, he might never have left Limsa Lominsa, or received an education in Sharlayan, or taken up his post in Uldar, which is where he trained in the blade, lest you wonder.
Minfilia, please!
It would seem there is more to you than meets the eye, Master Thancred.
Lady Yugiri, I am told that you and yours came to Eorzea seeking permanent resettlement, and that many domins have since been engaged as frontier hands at Revenant's Toll. Moderna is many things, but a place of refuge it is not. Know that I would like nothing better than to furnish your people with a new home here on Lominsan soil. Alas, racked by instability as we are, our nation is in no fit state to take you in. Yet I'll not have it said that we turned a blind eye to your suffering. Until such time as we can do more, I pledge to send provisions.
We are in your debt, Admiral. I realize that it scarce qualifies as repayment, but if it please you, I shall set about sharing my martial knowledge with your people at once.
You wished a word in private.
The better not to spoil the festive mood. History repeats itself, Admiral. As the kobolds did before them, the Sahagin resorted to summoning their god over a territorial feud. They acted in self-preservation. It may be that the Sahagin initiated this particular clash, but how it begins does not interest me so much as how it ends.
I have not forgotten our conversation, Y'shtola. I am aware that man bears part of the blame for the Primal's existence. Nor am I ignorant of the Sahagin's reason for acting. They sought to secure a place to breed and multiply that their kind might survive. Self-preservation, as you say. But we have as much right to live and thrive as they. If our own survival is threatened, are we to lay down our arms and welcome oblivion? Nay.
And so you kill, that you might live. Yet if living is a right, then that right belongs to all peoples, be they men or beastmen.
I'll not deny your reasoning. But when a storm gathers, it falls to me to see my people safely through it. That is my duty, and I shall do it.
As must we all, Admiral. Stay the course, then. But know that it will lead to no good end.
Man has ever put himself first and foremost. To justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness, though it be a fancy of his own making. In this, mayhap the Garleans and we Domans are not so different.
Eorzea has become as a raging sea. If we are to keep our heads above the waves, we cannot scruple to drown the man next to us. When hopes of coexistence founder, strength must determine who has the greater right to live.
Bobo and you have gotten swept up in your reunion. Nice. Ah, yes. The broomsticks. When Yugiri met the fraternity, the Admiral has informed me of the arrangement. I have in my keeping a letter of introduction for Lady Yugiri. So to the south stands a gate. To the south stands a gate leading to the pier for smaller fishing vessels. Look for an unscrupulous Hurin man there, and present the letter to him. He serves as gatekeeper of sorts. Now, before you go, I am obliged to remind you that the members of the fraternity to which you would be introduced abide in the shadows of Luminsan society. They value their independence more highly than pirates, and are united by a bond stronger than Mithril. To wit, they are invariably wary of new faces, though it be penned by the Admiral herself. Mere words on parchment will get you only so far into the confidence. You must work for every ounce of the trust they place in you. But here is the letter. Go to the aforementioned place and show it to the aforementioned man. And good luck. I don't have sweep. I'm sorry. I thought that they were gonna lead us here, but I guess not. I guess we're going up here. Oh, we're going here. The aforementioned man. Okay. Hello, inconspicuous man. Hello there. Got business with me, venturer. So you're the man the Admiral sent word of. I was hoping I might catch a glimpse of Thancred too. Been a while since I saw his shite-eaten grin. But what with all the doe-eyed wenches about, I suspect he got his hands full. Ah, and you must be the Far Easterner that Merweb says wants to train with us. Welcome to Limsel, milady. I am Yugiri of Doma. 'Tis an honor to make your acquaintance. I must confess, when first I learned of your organization, I had certain preconceptions as to the nature of your membership. It would seem I was mistaken. You're not the first person to say that, lass. Limsa's a city of pirates, to be sure, and pirates don't give two farts about keeping a spotless reputation. They hardly need a secret society to do their dirty work. But be as my people and I keep it to the shadows, but we've got nothing to be ashamed of. It's simply better for business that we remain unseen. And so you have developed fighting techniques suited to this purpose. I see. Know that the practitioners of my art too are denizens of shadow. 'Tis in stealth that our strength lies. There is much we might learn from one another, I think. Then what in the seven hells are we waiting for? If you'd come with us, this person of do what sit, Ugiri of do what sit, we can get acquainted in a more private surrounds. Ha, that didn't come out right, did it? Yeah, it didn't. Master Bat, I shall remain with these people for a time. I might study their ways. Though I am loath to be separated from my countrymen, I take solace in the knowledge that they are in best of hands. You have been a true friend to us Domans. No words would suffice to express my gratitude. Ere long, I hope to begin imparting my martial knowledge to the people of Eorzea. When that time comes, it would be my honor to welcome you as a student. Sure. Thanks. Oh no, Kendra left the party. I'll just disband it. You guys can talk amongst yourselves. Okay. Through the Maelstrom. Much and more has occurred since first I beheld Eorzea from the Gellen's deck. Suffice it to say, I did not envisage being invited to play a part in your noble struggle. But forgive me, I have kept you over long. Doubtless you have pressing business of your own. Rest assured that I no longer require an escort in this land. Someone shouted that they need help with emanation, so you queued for it? Gotcha. When next you meet Lady Minfilia, pray relay to her my humblest thanks. Would that I could do so in person, but I must needs fulfill my purpose to the Admiral. Till we meet again, Warrior of Light. You're gonna nap? Yo, thank you for your help with Leviathan there, Bobo. If you guys aren't following the one and only Bobo Chet at your earliest convenience, please do so. Fantastic streamer. Bobo is actually, I would say, my first recurring streamer. That
Not only was that sad, but if you guys look at the screen, I'm about to get fucked up.
Exactly. My first ever recurring stream that I came across on Twitch, like there were a couple of streams that would be like, yeah, you know, I watch this person do that, watch this person do that, but Bobo, you know, was the first one that I actually kept going to after you know, after a while, you know what I mean? So please be sure to follow them, alright? Let's see. Till we meet again, Warrior of Light. To the Rising Stones in Mordona. Now you nap with a wet eyeball. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I'm probably going to call it as well, because I think we're getting close to the end of this patch. Anchorin, what are you doing with Flamin? Some 15 years ago, a mission took me to Ul'dah. 'Twas then that I first chanced to gaze upon your beauty. I was utterly transfixed. I dared not blink, yet least I deprived myself of even a split second of your radiance. You do flatter me, dear, and I do believe you have had a bit too much to drink. Let's see, Vanna was yours. Maybe that's why you sass me all the time? Why do you say that? You didn't learn sass from Vanna, right?
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand. If you have a moment, I would share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me. When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo. Though I cannot well explain the how of it, it would seem he became immortal in so doing. When the Admiral subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form. Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove. Long have I known that the Echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul, but never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take our fancy. It was of this that Elidibeth spoke, an existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion. And yet, though the Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable. As we both bore witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan. And the import of this observation? If the Ascians' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed. There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness. To most, it is but a fairy tale, yet recent events have given me cause to wonder, could the legend in fact refer to the Echo? Much and more yet remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time. For the present, however, what matters is that the key to defeating the Ascians may at last be within sight. With Urianger's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long. Oh, I was just about to send for you, my friend. Is Artemis?
Grave tidings from the Sharlayan motherland, my lady. It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Baldessian.
What of them?
My lady, the Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
No more? Whatever do you mean?
I relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had ceased to be. 'Tis postulated that a magic was evoked, like in power to Ultima.
12 preserve.
If there are no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned.
It is done, my lord. I... Forgive my impertinence, my lord, but these orders... I am uncertain as to what end they serve.
Revolution.
Okay.